no trainer?
I think, I don't know. You just haven't set mine up yet.
Oh.
Good morning.
How many people do we have?
I don't know. Jim confirmed, and then he texted me and said, actually, if it's sunny, I might go bowling.
Oh my gosh, seriously?
Yeah.
Jim, come on.
Well, lucky for him, we had plenty of people, so I didn't see anything. So he may or may not show. Kelly and Dana are coming.
Oh, okay.
So I can go over here.
Oh, we need the map.
And you've got Mackenzie reading. Oh my God, it's been a peepalooza. Jesus.
Few days before they left.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're not
I
lying.
like it.
They
It's
just
fire.
fire. But he's fucking clueless. I think they must not do it at his house.
Probably not.
Because he just has no idea. They just piss all the place before he's even. So I've been trying to open his door to let him go. I was taking the bathroom, but we took H to the airport. And so I spent the day yesterday with the spot shot on all P.
Yeah.
And then we left for the airport at like 7:30. So I was like,
Oh, this morning?
yeah, 7 actually. So I was like, well, I don't really want to really wake him up. So I thought, if he doesn't open the door, I'll get him right to come back. Come back. They were up. And Gil just found more pee and shit in Bowen's room.
Oh my
And like fucking dogs.
Yeah.
I love how much he wants to strangle the. And he's got really nice dogs too.
They do seem very nice. I think they're out of sorts when they're.
Yeah, and then I think what's happening is when they pee on old spots.
Yeah.
The smell.
Yeah.
And then they pee, and then he pisses on their pee because he wants to have his smell.
You're recording.
Yeah.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Oh, you did find the third button?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. We had that too when and Mom's dog were there.
So if Jim comes, if Jim doesn't come, we're just going to slide down more another one too?
No.
So I don't think Dana or
Well, JD can go there, I guess.
oh, likes to be beside Mackenzie. Just slide it down. Try Jim won't come.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year!
Here.
Yeah, I don't like, even our dog,
Oh,
Sadie,
yeah.
Sadie does that bad, so I don't like leaving her alone when I'm at my mom's, because
If you're
if you
not
go park
watching.
her corner or something, I
And
don't
then
know.
it's just where they keep going back to.
Then other people
Yeah,
want
other
dogs, and it was a fiasco
It
for
was.
me.
He
It
was.
just
It's
stresses me out.
stressful.
Because I don't want my dog pissing on somebody's floor. I don't want somebody else's dog pissing on the floor.
Yeah.
And why does every kid have to have a freaking dog now?
Or two. Oh, no. Kenji's trying to talk Gage into getting a dog. To get a breed tank and get that dog. Last my son has a brain in his head. I love dogs. We're talking about it.
Yeah.
I don't have time to walk it. I don't have a breed.
Oh, good, yeah, good talk, Gage.
I tried to beat it into my son's head, that didn't work. It's kinda hard.
Well, Gage would be a bit like Robert too. He'd be clueless and he
Well,
doesn't.
Kenzie
He
thinks
does
she has
not
the right to a cat. Like
It's
that's
weird,
not
you
gonna
think-
happen.
Yeah, I'd be cleaning all the shit up.
Yeah.
Are you gonna move this down for you?
No.
No,
No.
you don't care.
And what's bizarre is you think, for some reason you think other kids are different, but now we got Kyle, my sister's kid in our house.
We're exactly the same way. Right?
They're all- they're all oblivious to anybody but themselves.
Yeah.
And I suppose we were that way too, but I mean, I was married moving along at 25 years, so you couldn't be completely oblivious. But I'm sure I was before that.
If you don't look at these, before I'd be jumping up like, oh my gosh,
Well, the thing is you be watching your own.
Yeah, but
They're just sort of clueless. So they're like,
no.
they don't know.
Most people just don't take their dogs.
But yeah, we were.
Everybody thinks their dog's everywhere. I'm about ready to say no dogs in my house for Christmas just so I can relax.
Yeah, these
Well, this ain't happening again.
Well, the problem is he doesn't say anything but me.
You don't want me to.
Yeah, well, that's just it, I don't want.
That's kind of true.
Because it would not be pleasant.
Wouldn't be a pleasant thing.
Okay, we gotta squeeze you two there and then we'll.
Pretty much what comes into my head comes out, unless I hold it back for you.
Yeah, Richard.
Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, guys.
Top of the morning to you.
Are we right here?
Yeah, you guys go here and here and then you said it can't see it. Oh.
She's gonna do the recording?
She couldn't get.
Is it
She said I didn't have to
People wait
get
for
home
me
in
and like
time.
continue the conversation.
Well, Marty, you're going to.
JD, do you have anything?
I even hope you have training.
Good.
No, I actually didn't even.
No, Robin Gage got in there too.
I saw Laura eat some, so I asked her to share.
See, I just left them down on the counter, so that's
Jay
me.
probably didn't even eat it.
Yeah, JD was attended, so we arrested him all get that.
Spread the love.
I definitely had that.
Nice.
I didn't eat all
Nobody's touched the slipper in my house.
Get out of my sight.
All right, let's lay down, grab a mat. Get your trainer set up. Let's see if we're good to go. Yeah, let's clean it, her. Grab your right knee, pull it to your chest. Switch other side. Grab and pull. Grab both knees and pull. Grab both knees and pull.
Yeah, because I can't.
Little rock fronts back, sit up into a butterfly stretch.
I'll stay in training.
Good goal. You actually haven't made that goal because you've been thinking your trainer.
Right leg out, left leg in. Right down to that toe. Switch to the side.
And next thing I know, she's telling me reliable. She was going to do better, but then how I could do better. There you go. I was like, I don't need to make my goals. And you can be less stressed. Work on that.
How do you just become less stressed?
Both feet out straight and lay back onto your back. Lay all the way back onto your back. Point one foot, pull the other, shift your hips. Shift your hips. Point one foot, pull the other and feel your hips shift as if I was grabbing a leg and push the other. Yeah. Feel it in your low back. Yep. Shift.
When you know that I did your boss very much? Store us! In like a month. Yes.
Wow.
I ordered it.
Knees bent, feet flat, let your knees rock one side to the other.
It's such a waste of money. It's so good. I don't like wasting money on something.
I'll sit down with people to talk about, like, you know, almost like a financial, like, planner, right? Like you do like a little fitness audit and you sit there and you figure out, hey, well, what that, and then Starbucks or, yeah, some kind of affordable, like, just something that shouldn't be that expensive is one of those things they put at the top tier. And like, that's the top tier thing. And no matter what, I'll always allocate money for that, regardless of how much that thing is. It's, you know, one trip could be close. I mean, it's a coffee, but then I get this little thing and I get the cheese platter, and then you're like, that's $12. That's a class. You know, like, I'll cut you just $12 and you can come to class. Don't eat the Starbucks. You know, and then you put it all together, it's like $200, $300 a month. Like, no problem, if not more. For that really simple, yeah, get a little snack. Yeah. Both legs out straight, bring your right leg up, cross it over, reach back, grab your left leg, little pretzel stretch. Yeah, and then, you know, how much is that, the sugar and everything that's associated with that drink costing you on top of that? Because if you weren't drinking it, chances are you probably wouldn't feel like you needed to go to class. You know, so much easier not to.
You guys are really making me feel that neighborhood game.
Well, it's a new year, Dale. It's a new year.
Should have already cried.
Oh, it's a new year.
What's funny is he's always really trying to look where you are.
I do want to get black coffee though.
You just do black coffee?
But
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah. Switch on the side.
it'll just enough for you.
calories on the can. I was at like 200 calories.
Wow. Go and sit up, both legs out straight, take your right leg over the top, grab it, pull it to your chest. Yeah, it's interesting. I just did one the other day and figured out that she had a glass of wine every night, like either preparing dinner or whatever else you had with dinner. So normally that could be something else that had some caloric value to it. A glass of wine with every, and you know, pleading with me. You know, I have a great diet. You know, if you had a great diet, you wouldn't be here trying to get me to drop weight off you. So where's that shortcoming? A wine, right? How many? Okay, so what's look like 60 glasses of wine? You know, like years. You know, like it's shocking to think about those numbers. How expensive that glass of wine is. Go ahead and twist. Oh, that's the other. That's the next question. Is what's your glass look like? Is it a picture? Yeah. 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 We have a supersized lifestyle too, right? Like serving the cheese is an inch by inch cube. That's a serving of cheese. You know, like rarely am I eating anything bigger than a piece of meat than close fist thick of a deck of cards. That's your serving of meat. He was maximize everything.
She added what were we eating? Chickpeas.
Switch other side.
Hummus. We were eating hummus, and on the label it said 70 calories. For a serving, yeah, there's something to take to. So she added up all the servings in the thing of hummus. It was like, what, 2,000
Yeah.
calories or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, if they would have put that on the thing, nobody would have bought it, right?
No, exactly.
Yeah.
But I wish they would put a total calorie count on it.
On the whole container.
Yeah, on the whole container. Because like something like hummus, it's not in a tablespoon is not a realistic. Give me a carrot, I got 2 tablespoons on that thing. You know, like it's not a realistic thing to be able to eat. 2 Oreo cookies is not a realistic serving of Oreo cookies, especially if you have milk.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there's no way. Go ahead and twist. It's not gonna happen. Like graham crackers. You ever seen graham crackers? It's like two. Like it's like half of a brick is a serving. Like it's you crack the half in half, and that's your serving. It's like you know what I mean? It's like so ridiculous. Yeah, it's not even a like who can eat just that? Be careful to.
Shocked by the portions that students
Yeah.
have to serve. And I was like, they're not that
Drop that leg to the side, reach back to the back of the right leg and pull. Yeah.
Well, that's what
Switch to the side.
That's why I think snacking is such a difficult thing.
Most times with people, I just don't snack. You don't get to snack. Like you don't get because I know you're gonna overdo it. They're just gonna overdo it. You know.
Well, what if people like what I'm trying to do is just snack for the carrots? Like, that's my snack. Carrots.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Unless you eat like a huge bag of carrots
Right. It's a hummus transport system is all that is. It's like chicken is a barbecue sauce transport system. Salad is a ranch transport system. It's like there's always that other thing that you really want to put it in. Flip over to your hands and knees, little cat-cow. Argue that back up, push it. Actually, I think I figured out. I had a client that ate. I think it was 32,000 calories of Hershey Kisses. And if you do the math, it's not like in a year's time. I want to say, yeah, I just averaged it out because it was like, 5 in the afternoon, another serving at night, that kind of thing.
That's the kind of shit that you probably, I'll just have one over and that's probably and then you do that every day.
Well, hip rock front to back. And that's the math thing that comes forward, like in a year's time, not like in a week. Anyone can do a week. Let's look at what that looks like 6 months.
You try to do it fasting?
Yeah. I just did it once, and I didn't quite make it through. I quit in the morning of the third. I think I would have been 3 whole days by 2. No kidding.
Hand behind the head, elbow to the wrist, open back up.
Gil did it the whole time, and it did it again.
No way.
Yeah, he did it.
Oh, that's not for you, Bill.
The second time was easier than the first time.
No way.
He lost like 10, 12 pounds both times he did it, right?
I watched a documentary. There's one on Amazon Prime out there about fasting. It's really fascinating. Just the some of the health benefits.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting.
Yeah.
I was telling you, but when we were back, we were talking about doing it. Like,
Switch other side.
just naturally. He said, he's like, oh my gosh, food is.
You would always
He's like, all right, I'll save money for a few days. Because he had heard that there was no benefit to it. So he's like, so we did it once a month. I just fast for a few days. He said, the super eating is
no wonder it's hard to
Sit back into a child's pose. Sit back into your child's pose, dipping that low back and those hips.
The key is not go to the grocery store. Don't have it Jamie, you did it in an awesome way too, right?
Yeah, that's a lot, so 8 now.
You did it right. They all lost a ton. No, that's awesome.
Flip to your back. Knee.
Let the legs rock one side to the other one more time.
Before I started, I was pretty hard. I started.
Oh,
I was so sick.
well, like during
Headache. So awful.
yeah.
Oh yeah, me too.
So that just makes you realize that's consistent.
Yeah.
It's just I think it's not bad.
I don't think, well, so a lot of the things that accumulate in your system, from what I've researched, is fat-based, right? So it's not like a water-based. Like pesticides aren't water-based. Otherwise, when it rained, it would just go away. So it's like things that stick on stuff that you end up inevitably eating. And when you eat it, it goes then on once you start to oxidize that. And then you got to get it out of your system. So your body goes through like periods of like, oh, I don't feel good. I'm getting sick. What is this? I'm going to exit this as much as possible. And a lot of that, your body's breaking down things that it hasn't gotten to in a long time. Like you have old food in your freezer and you haven't oxidized that yet. And then all once you're breaking that down, and then with that comes, a little bit of the pesticides you've been eating because you haven't been eating organic food, or the organic food is a pesticide that your body doesn't agree with anyways. And then it exits that and you get sick. You know what I mean? Your body can protect that stuff when it goes into your system. It's just how does it exit it? And then you get into that phase where you're really trying to grind through chemicals and things like that that influence your body in a lot of different ways. Knees bent, feet flat, start crunching. So I think the most important aspect of the fast that a person does is before they get into it, having put quite a few people through it, before they get into it, just to completely go through like like fast junk food diet, like no junk food for a month.
So just like really clean eating.
Clean as hell, lots of water, good veggies. Don't necessarily worry about your carbohydrates or caloric intake, anything like that. Limit the sugars, but anything else that might have some kind of crap in it. You know, like really try to focus on like, let's go organic for this amount of time. Yeah, you kind of got to like get it in that place where a lot of that stuff you might bump into. Because generally, if you're having those results, like you've got the diarrhea, you're sweaty, your head hurts, stuff like that, you got a lot of other things going on other than it's not the fast, the restriction of food is doing that. It's something else interacting with your system.
You always sort of know that.
Tabletop related, keep going.
So when you're doing fast, you realize, okay, I cannot eat, it's not going to kill me. So especially when you're not hungry, sometimes I eat lunch and there's crap sitting there, it's like, hey, it's not going to kill me. I can do this.
Right.
I did it today.
Yeah. It's funny how it just sort of, that's a logical snap there. Yeah.
It's like, why am I going to eat this right now? What is this going to do for me? It's gonna taste good. You know what I mean? Like,
or am I actually really hungry?
yeah.
Most of the time it's like, I just feel like shoving something in my mouth.
Be straight up, reach up, touch your toes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because when you know what it is, you're off, you're right.
Yeah.
Second day was eating, and then the third day was
Hands under the butt, leg lifts. Nice. All the way down, all the way up. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, like structurally, like chemically, everything that's going on in your body, like, is that the fast that's doing that? And what is that thing you're coming off of that's getting you to eat it? Right. And I would liken it to like literally an addiction. Yeah. Like really, grade A addiction. Down and flutter. Because I know I came off opiates before, like from, just taking too many pain pills, playing football or whatever. And that is what it reminded me of. So I was like, oh, like a good opiate, like overdraw, like taking way too many a day. And that's what that felt like. That really surprised me, And down, knees bent, feet flat, let the right leg over top of the left hand behind the head, little crossover crunch. I wouldn't doubt it though, Dawn, if you dropped into it again, little micro, just intermittent, not even like that huge, autophagy based phase. If you just dropped into it like that for a week or two, and then if you wanted to come out of it and then hit it with a good clean 3 to 5 days, I bet that would be different than the first time you did it. It should be different if you did it another time, like 2 or 3 more times, you'd start getting good at it. It takes a lot to research. What, a couple trillion cells? Like, trillions of cells. Yeah. 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 Right. Switch to the side. Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna kill you.
I will personally pay you anything.
Right.
And then there's me too.
you might die. Right.
You can potentially die.
That's what it's
Yeah.
Yeah, especially that happens all the time with colonoscopies.
Oh, really? Knees bent, feet flat, hands out at a 45, pulling the knees up to the chest.
We don't die if they cancel colonoscopies.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Well, they try to lie about it. It's like, I can see it for cheese for red.
I see it.
See that McDonald's fried McCollins. Exactly. Clean up all the crap you have to do and stuff.
Yeah.
Most people don't actually do it properly. They're like, oh, they casserole. So then they're all cleaned up, and then the problem is you have people like me, who do all these fucking instructions, and I'm practically hospitalized with dehydration.
Knees bent, feet flat, right leg out, left hand line head, pull the knee in, right back out, right back in. We go leg out. Or leg, yeah. Yeah.
And people who have acid and they have surgeries in the evening, they think they're gonna die. Well, I thought I was gonna die. Pretty shit. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, even the psychological aspect of it, like your thought, like your self, and then
That's all you can think about is,
yeah.
what am I getting?
This is another reason why I switched to it. Because
Yeah.
it makes you realize it's not that bad. You don't die.
Switch to the side.
Every now and then. Have to fuck. You're right.
I mean, it's just been eat, and then you look at the general population, and it's overweight. So, and if you're eating food that hormonally affects your body, which when you take that away, your hormones start screaming, and then the end result is your body just treats you like shit because it wants its fix. You're getting programmed. You don't know it, really. Tabletop your legs, kick your feet forward, kick your feet up. Kick your feet forward, kick those feet up. There we go. And then with the fast two, I think the two most important things to make yourself feel good is to exercise at whatever level your body feel like during my workout, and then salt, Himalayan salt, yeah, and electrolytes in general, and down and rest. Yeah, it's just, I mean, you don't have to necessarily have the electrolytes, but it just helps everything balance out, and it's got, like, Himalayan salt has a lot of micronutrients that you have, sodium, potassium, calcium, all those kind of things in it already, so. Yeah. Right up. Just a little knock of that, and it just kind of knocks out the hunger cravings. Flip over to your forearms and your toes. And that's one of those things like you have to be aware of. Yeah, right? Like you go into it and you don't know that, oh, maybe just a little bit of Himalayan salt is all you need to cut those cravings. And then you figure that out. And you can't rely necessarily on what other people are doing. You got to get your shit right. Up onto your toes, plank up and hold.
You would be excellent. I'm going to hire you as a
Fitness complimenter. Like a professional fitness complimenter. Yeah. That is a nice shirt.
But you know what compliments the patients is like not compliment. I always start off the day complimenting my patients. And they love you. If they're having like a horrible day or NPL, you're just like, wow, you have really nice eyes. And these like bitch old ladies who just
Rock front to back.
Face them, you know, that people like to shirt someone's face off. Say something nice instead of like, oh, you know what?
Hips side to side. Hips side to side.
Not me, I know Kenzie's up to something.
And down.
These people I've never met.
Either go up to your hands or your toes, rolling your scaps together, press them apart, scaps together.